Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm back with another recap of the CW's iZombie. This is episode 2 of the final season. We left off last week on a cliffhanger with Liv and Clive having come upon the man who believes his girlfriend was the victim of a publicized zombie attack. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. The episode begins with the police force searching the woods for Lisa's body. They find no sign of her until she walks out, fully alive and apparently a little high, with another man. She faked the whole business trip and used it as an excuse to go party in the woods with her lover. Meanwhile, somewhere outside of Seattle, the two foster girls from the previous episode are being turned over to Child Protective Services when Weevil from Veronica Mars hotwires the police car they're in and drives off. He meets back up with the dying foster boy, and the four of them continue on their way to Seattle. Major comes home from a tense day at Fillmore Graves to find Liv has cooked him dinner. They share a somewhat romantic dinner, and I'm struggling to remember if they're supposed to be together or broken up at this point. I think they're not together, but I could be wrong. If only they'd make up their minds, right? Liv has used a fitness guru's brain for their meal, and after they're done, she realizes that Major didn't actually eat his, but instead had a brain tube because he didn't want anyone else inside of his head. Now, is this new information, or have I completely forgotten that the brain tubes do not include the side effect of giving the zombies new personalities? I swear I don't remember this at all. Peyton has an idea to run an election where one of the candidates is a human and the other is a zombie played by Kareen Abdul-Jabbar. Talk about casting outside the box. Liv and Clive are still busy trying to track down the missing woman, and Liv is very into the fitness guru brain. Clive keeps asking this lady questions, and Liv is just running up and down the driveway. I love that we're back to Rose McIver playing kooky personalities. This show is just at its best when she's doing this. A Fillmore Graves patrol is shot at out in the field, and Jordan, one of Major's recruits from last season, is killed. Major finds out and is not taking the news well, but the survivors of the patrol are talking badly about him in the locker room while he overhears. He steps out and stands up to them and vows that they'll find the person responsible for Jordan's death. Clive and Liv arrive at a bar where a hit-and-run shooter has fired through the window and shot a human man. The group refuses to let Liv help him since she's a zombie, and the man ends up dying on the floor of the bar. Weevil and the foster kids make it to the wall surrounding Seattle, but they're attacked by an anti-zombie group. The kids hide under a truck as Weevil is shot and killed. I guess I thought he was a zombie, but apparently not. The search for the missing zombie attack woman leads to a car in which she was allegedly murdered in. They find it in a garage and start to go over the bloodstains, and Ravi figures out that the car is actually not covered in blood, but instead corn syrup, and Liv finds a wig in the floorboard. Based on this evidence, they realize that there wasn't ever a murderer. It was all a setup. Peyton wants to go public with this, while Major tells them that nobody will believe it unless they expose whoever is behind it all. Back at Fillmore Graves, Major discovers that two of his men are responsible for the drive-by shooting at the bar. Liv meets up with the foster kids, and they tell her that Weevil's dead. After this, we see news footage where the police department finds who was responsible for the fake zombie attack. Now, I do think this was all a setup, though, as it's clearly an act to gain public attention. We also see where some leaked footage from Fillmore Graves shows Major having the two men responsible for the drive-by shooting put to death. Again, though, I'm pretty sure this was all faked as well. Liv and Major are watching this news footage, and the camera pans back to show the people who faked the zombie attack are there. They actually had nothing to do with it. They were just three people who wanted out of Seattle, and this was a way they could be smuggled out. As the episode ends, it's revealed that the food truck owner from the previous episode was behind the fake zombie attack, and the woman that Clive and Liv spoke with outside her home was the actress used in the video. She's upset that the zombies and zombie supporters have faked finding the person who did the attack, and the food truck owner tells her to calm down. She sends her off with the man who shot Jordan earlier in the episode, and I'd suspect he's going to kill this lady as well. Food truck lady is not to be messed with. So that's the end of this episode, and I'm going to leave this one right here. If you enjoyed the video, please like and leave a comment. And if you're not a subscriber, please consider doing so, as I post daily recaps and reviews here of your favorite shows and movies. As always, thanks for watching and have a great day.